Hey everyone, me Kevin here. Computer has crashed, so we're gonna have to go mobile here for a bit until the darn thing actually comes up. But that's okay because we have to go live now. We cannot wait any longer because the CPI data release is basically now, which is fine. Fine, we got this. So we'll go ahead and do this together until I can get the stupid thing up. I don't know why it takes so long, but let me just tell you this. The Mac Pro, oh my gosh, it is not that great. It is not that pro. But yeah, I probably lost like half a at the word Mac there. But anyway, all right, let's see what it is. CPI is next data release. Okay, yeah, all right, here we go. Next data release is now. So let's see. I'm refreshing. Looking at that month-over-month inflation, the expectations were 0.6%. Headline inflation 5.8%. Waiting for that right now, any second now. Any second now. Come on. That's today, October release. Oh, it came in higher than expected. Can't get the darn, nope. BLS still doesn't show it, but it does look like, even though Bureau of Labor Statistics doesn't show it, does look like CNBC got it. Consumer Price Index month over month coming in at 0.9% versus 0.6. That's a big bounce on inflation. That's not good. And I still don't have a computer. This is shocking. This stupid thing.
Up tenths. That's 2 tenths higher than expected.
3/10.
We jumped.
There it is.
Room on the handle here. Year over year CPI 6.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Okay, CPI. Here we go. It just came in on BLS. So consumer price index for all urban consumers increased 0.9% in October. That's way worse than expected. Oh my gosh, I'm like blown away that I still do not have a computer. I've literally been waiting for this stupid dumb thing to come up. This is way worse than expected to come in at 0.9%. I mean, we were expecting it to come in higher than last month, but it's definitely not coming in lower. So no good. Gosh, this is so dumb. I'm gonna throw that computer out of the window. Let's see here. The index for all items less food and energy rose 0.6% on a month-over-month basis. Over the last 12 months, all items in the index rose 6.2%. That's like the worst CPI reading I think we've had in forever, a very long time. But 6.2%, that's a pretty big headline number. This is going to be front page news for quite a while. And this is going to be really bad for Joe Biden's plans to get more spending and taxing done. This is a pretty big, pretty bad report for that purpose. Let's see here. Food away from home rose 0.8%. Okay, I'm going to go to the individual sections here. But yeah, this is not good. I would expect crypto to probably do very well at the moment. And it'll be interesting to see how stocks react, which we'll look in just a moment. Okay, I'm going to go into individual items here. Expenses by category, 1 month category. Okay, I'm looking here. So 3.3% increase in breakfast cereal. Jeez. 2.9% for bacon and sausages, 5% for pork chop, 6.2%. You heard that right. Okay, yeah, just I'm live, right? Just want to make sure because I see some. What is this garbage? Now look at this. Look at this, folks. This is a $15,000 computer. What is this bullshit? Come on, man. What is that? It's the dumbest thing ever. Gosh, Apple, sometimes y'all just suck. It sometimes so motivates me to just want to burn all the Apple stuff I have. Ugh. Frankfurter, what is this? Frankfurters are down 8.3%. That's great. But let's see, where's the inflation coming from? Processed fruits and vegetables, a lot of the food here up 3%. This is let's see here. Those are okay. Come on, let's try to get a little more data here. Okay, let's see. This is the 1 month table, by the way. Oranges down 6.8%. Okay, fine. Let's get out of food. All right. Energy, electricity 2.2, other motor fuels 10.4, gasoline 9.1. Geez. Is that right on the month over month? Hold on a second. Let me make sure on the month. This is the 1 month analysis. Average for all items. Wow. 12 month. Yeah, no, this is the 1 month analysis table. This is crazy. Some of these numbers are quite ugly. New and used motor vehicles up 5.6%. Private transportation up 3.7%. Transportation in general up 3.6%. Let's see. What is this? That's transportation. Then you have 2.7% on fuels and utilities. I literally still have no computer. So dumb. 4.1%. Okay, durable. So that would be like washing machines and things like that, right? 3.5%. Trying to get a little bit more. Personal services, 1.2. 10.1%. Admission to sporting events. Wow. Postage and delivery, 5%. My goodness. Airline fares actually down 0.1%. Car and truck rental up 5.2% again. Motor vehicle repair 2%. 6.8% in other lodging away from home, including hotels and motels. Lodging away from home, yes, 6%. And then that does include the housing at school. It does get weighed down by housing at school. If you exclude that, it goes up more. Rent of shelter on the month over month, that section's blank. Stupid thing. Oh my gosh. All right. Tobacco and smoking products up 3.9%. Trying to looking for larger numbers here. Audio equipment 4.2%. Yeah, used cars and trucks up the largest section here. This is 10.5% in new and used trucks. That's pretty big. That's definitely something that's pulled up the entire average here by a lot. That's huge. Oh my gosh. Dumb thing. I am so sorry. This is very, very frustrating. Apple, if you're watching, you all suck. Like, seriously, this is very embarrassing. So dumb. Can't even restart a computer. Like, how many times has it done it now? And it doesn't even turn on. It's okay. Anyway, I'm over it. So, wow. These are, yeah, I mean, it looks to me like used car prices again come in with just a nasty beat here in October 2021. That's shocking. Okay. Let me see. Oh yeah, Dow futures just fell on that. Hold on. Let me listen to
Fed chair, who is more progressive than.
Oh, they're just talking about Fed. No, okay, that's the potential for somebody other than Jerome Powell. All right. Let me. All right. Now I'm going to go through the headline report one more time here. So I just want to understand this correctly. So consumer price index increased 0.9% in October. After on a seasonally adjusted basis, after going up 0.4% in September. That's right. So that hasn't changed. No changes to that. So 0.4 in September, 0.9 in October on a monthly basis. That's just terrible. Over the last 12 months, all items in the index increased 6.2%. Wow. Okay. Used cars and trucks, new vehicles are among the larger contributors. Vehicles again. The energy index rose 4.8%. Yeah, no, that's what it was. It was very much used cars and trucks. But then again, we had a couple negative months. That's really interesting. Seasonally, okay. All right. I think I'm actually up here to where I can get on the computer, but I'm going to give it another second here. And the energy index rose 30%. Listen to this. The energy index rose 30% over the past 12 months. It's the largest 12-month increase since the period ending September 2005. All major energy component indices increased sharply over the last 12 months. The gasoline index rose 49.6% over the last year and is now at its highest level since September of 2014. Fuel index the fuel oil index increased sharply over the year, rising 59.1%. The index for natural gas rose 28.1%, and the electricity index rose 6.5%. Wow. Let's see here. Major vehicle indices also rose in October. Indices for new and used car trucks rose. Okay, that's how you probably get to the change month over month. Interesting. Yeah, because here it says the index for used cars and trucks rose 2.5% after declining in August, September. We did see decline in August and September, so probably the change is why one sheet was saying another 10% bump there, which drags the entire thing up. But I wonder why. I'm trying to get a little bit more detail on. I'm going to go back to the tables here, and I want to. Oh, sorry. I almost have this darn thing up. There we go. We're going to be able to go to a computer here. Finally, look at that. It took 10 minutes. 10 minutes to restart a $15,000 computer, folks. Welcome to Apple. That's pathetic. All right, hold on one sec. Let me do this. All right. That is ridiculous. Wow, that was insane. I am embarrassed. That is just, it just craps out right before. So it was literally like, I mean, it's 5:25. I'm like, okay, it's time to go live. And I'm like, nothing's loading. Like it just stops. What a burn. All right. See if we, all right. Okay. All right. We're up again. So let's go look at the numbers together here. All right. So, yeah, this is bad. Not good at all. And I want to go through this a little bit more again. Consumer price index, all items. This is just based on the index weighting. And by expense category, again, by the index weighting. And if you go over here, you look at the average by category and the 1 month table. I prefer the 1 month table because then it gives us a difference, because it shows us seasonally adjusted change in September to October. And then the percent change. So this is the weight change, percent change. And it's gotta be look at this coffee apparently up 3.7%. I don't know how they calculate that. Look at that. Roasted coffee is up 3.7%, but instant coffee is down 2.5%. Salad dressing 4%. But the big ones here were fuel, propane, and kerosene. 7%. Propane, kerosene, fuel oil 13.3%. Jeez. Energy services. These were the killers over here. Whoa, look at this one, folks. Window coverings. Window coverings were up 17.2%. How are you up 17.2% on a month? Men's underwear, 2.5%. But men's shirts and sweaters are down 5.5%. Women's dresses and women's suits, 5.5%. And then the used cars and trucks again coming in with this disaster here of 10.5%, along with audio equipment. But they don't show the monthly rent of shelter here. Rent of primary residence. Oh, there we go. Rent of primary residence. That's actually not that bad. 0.3%. I don't know if I believe it. Owner's equivalent is a disastrous way to measure rent. So I think it's vastly understated, but wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how the market's reacting to this. I expect not very well. With the exception of Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin was doing well. So that's CPI report, not great. And Bitcoin's at 67.1. Yeah, it did jump. What was it at? It was at 66.4 Okay, I mean that it jumped $700 on that news. And honestly, it could just keep running from an update like that. Gee whiz. Let's go to the 1 minute here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that volume that came in. So this thing was at 66,400, we'll call it. And it basically just jumped 1,300 points on the CPI news. And then here's the stock market along with, actually, let's do indices first. So indices, Dow down 0.24%, a 0.37 on S&P 500, 0.65 on NASDAQ. It's not good. So much for inflation inflecting down anytime this year. That's definitely not happening. Okay. So I know Tesla was positive. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Now it's down another 2%. Whoa, it bounced off 1,000. That's crazy. See, here was the pre-market. Pre-market opened up and Tesla was actually up a couple percent. I saw this. I saw the pre-market before I went to sleep. And it's just bled out in the pre-market here. Bounces off $1,000. Where's a CPI release? Was right. Oh, look at that, folks. CPI release is right here. And so you go from 1016 to 1,000 basically. Yeah, that's about that 1.5% adjustment there. Ooh, Neo down 1.7%. Let's look at some of the big losers here. Poshmark down almost 33%. Oh my goodness. How do you lose a third that fast? That's whoa. Wow. Upstart down 24%. Oh, Toast down 10%. Coinbase 9.6%. Affirm down 6.16%. Yikes! These numbers are not good. I'm gonna change the title to "This is bad" because it's definitely not good. So this is bad. There we go. That's a more appropriate title than CPI data release. Man, that's a boring title. This is bad. Now that's interesting. And it's also accurate. And it's kind of ironic that before the report came out, I chose this cup and I took a selfie with it. This, my friends, is the Don't Sue Me Bro mug. Please don't sue me, bro. Because if you sue me, my sue is going to be even bigger. Anyway, where were we? So Camber Energy down 12%, Toast down 12%, Monday.com 9.6%, Affirm is at 148. Wow. Affirm's down. From like an intraday high of 176 a few days ago. Affirm's down like 28 points. That's a lot. 148 divided by 176. That's down about 16% from that intraday high. I mean, that was pretty euphoric. 148 is still pretty amazing. But look at this. Nvidia down 4.8%. Lucid Motors down 5.25%. Ugh. I wonder how much these have been actually reacting here. Yeah, no, it's all sharply dropping because of this inflation number. Because this report here kind of screams Fed raise rates sooner. But a lot of it was that used car section again. Cars, would you get out of the way? So you know what, folks? Just stop buying cars. That simple. Don't buy cars anymore. Just work from home. I don't care if you work in a factory. Just work from home, okay? All right. Cloudflare down almost 2%. Robinhood 2%. Tesla 2%. Sunrun 1.75. Lemonade. I mean, this is just ouch. Okay, is anything green? DoorDash at 16%.
Redfin at 1.64. Ugh, not much. That is not much. Oh, did Michael Burry tweet on Tesla? Remember, he only comes around when Tesla falls. Now, I can't view him because I'm blocked. Let's see here. Is Fiverr really up 14%? Oh, deleted again. Big short investor Michael Burry says Elon Musk may want to sell Tesla stock to cover his personal debts and compares current market to Dutch tulip bubble. Oh, yeah. That's the perfect time for Burry to come out. Okay. So this was last night or something? Michael Burry's tweeted the possibility of dropping 90%. Okay. Where did he write? I'd like to see the original tweet, but oh well. Reveal. Oh, this was November 1st. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, well, this is actually 2 nights ago. Oh, okay. Regarding what Elon Musk needs to sell because of proposed unrealized tax or to solve world hunger, or well, there is a matter of tax-free cash he took out in the form of personal loans backed by 88.3 million of his shares. I mean, that's not a big deal. Like, who cares? $88.3 million relative to like paying $10 billion in taxes. These are really big numbers. Michael Burry's an idiot. Screw him. He comes around when it's convenient. When it's not convenient, he deletes his Twitter. Freaking nut. Anyway, so anyway, on inflation, I do want to know what the 10-year Treasury yield is doing right now. Let's see. 155 is my guess. A what? No, this can't be it. This can't be right. This can't be right. No. 5-day. What? There's no way. This can't be accurate. No. That's not it. Hold on. This is stupid. It's just dumb. Dang it. I gotta reopen Bloomberg because, well, the computer crashed. But yeah, this inflation report is not good. And I'm very curious to see if I can get a chart here of the 10-year Treasury yields. But look, it appears like it was driven heavily by this change in used cars. Again, another 10% change in used cars, while previously it was negative. It was negative, helping drag the index down. That's what we expected. We expected it would be negative. But now a sudden out of nowhere 10% bump. Nobody's actually going to read the darn report. Everybody's just going to be talking about the headline numbers. And so this is for sure going to be a sell the news in stocks. It's going to be Roblox price target raised to 124 at Goldman Sachs. And here we go. What is this? Benchmark Treasury real. Oh, that's real yield. Oh no, I want that. I want the current nominal yield. Oh man. All right, here we go. 10-year. Let's see it. See if this actually shows it. Line chart. So I'm expecting it to have shot up. Not really. Is it? How? How did the 10-year Treasury? Is it just not 530? Where is 530? Okay, 530. For some reason, in the minute before, it fell as low as 1.46. The report comes out. It goes as high as 1.486. And now it's at 1.47. I mean, that is so weird. The stock market is not, I'm sorry, the bond market is just not really caring. That's so weird. It's the same number, yeah. The bond market doesn't seem to care about this inflation reading. but the stock market does a lot. Oh, man. And going back to crypto here for a moment. Let's go to CoinMarketCap again. Yeah, Bitcoin's now up to 67.6. That's about $1,300. A $1,300 move in just the last 24 minutes here. Oh, yeah. Trading view, go to the minute chart. Okay, I blame Apple. There we go. Whatever. Fine, we'll go over here. BTC USD. Okay, yeah, look at this. So let's go minute. Yeah, here you go. Look at this. Here we go. That's 66.4, 66.3 level right before. It's almost like Bitcoin was kind of selling down a little bit leading into the report. It's kind of interesting. That tentativeness, but actually selling down. And then you had some real shopping that happened here. Look at it. It's almost at 68,000 right now. And it actually, ironically, it took Webull a second here to actually reflect. I don't know if that's a Webull delay, but I don't think the market was that slow. Let me see here. Is CoinMarketCap's going to load? No, apparently not. Okay, technology is something else today. You know, that's what we need is, oh, here we go. Okay, so I got the 1 minute chart on Google, on the Chrome version. Yeah. It took the market until 3 minutes. No, is that right? Yeah. Until 3 minutes after the report to actually go up. And then it went to 66.8, 67.1, 67.5. Now we're sitting at about 68. Yeah, definitely a nice little jump here on Bitcoin. Wow. Okay. What are they saying?
Bell both came out with generally more disappointing results and or an outlook that doesn't exactly meet analyst forecasts. So watch those two shares. Also, the reopening trade, consumer focused as well, given that consumer price info that we got earlier. Carnival Corporation, Southwest Airlines, Live Nation, Hilton Worldwide, among some of the stocks that are on the move to the downside, generally speaking, so far today. So keep an eye on those reopening travel type plays on that. And then,
yeah, I'm surprised with how slow Bitcoin reacted on that. 3-4 minutes on a reaction, slow.
0.5%, now 1.25% in the pre-market trade, 10.10 spot 84 the last trade there. A massive mover to the upside for sure, but still that sharp move lower that we've seen now puts it at about an 18% decline off of the highs that we saw just over this course of this past week. Again, just about $210 billion in market cap lost in this 3-day losing streak, Joe. To put that in perspective, it's like losing the entire market value of Intel for Tesla in 3 days. I'll send things back over to you guys.
Hey, Dom, can I just jump in real quickly? You were talking about the gold move based on this, up 1%.
Sure.
I was asking, Bitcoin apparently up 1.3%. So once again, it's kind of outpacing the gains. 1.1% at this point, but outpacing the gains you've seen with gold as a hedge for inflation, maybe.
That narrative is starting to come a lot more. I'm hearing a lot more traders and investors talk about this idea that Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in general is a way for some folks to start to play the hedge against the inflationary environment that we are seeing right now. I would point out that that's a paradigm shift, right? Because people have to get their arms around this notion that digital currencies, cryptocurrencies could serve that kind of a role. What's curious to me is over the course of the last several months that we haven't seen gold prices themselves, physical gold prices, do anything. That seems to have been over decades the way that most traders have played in some ways a rising price environment. You haven't seen a lot of that for gold prices right now. But as a result, Joe, I would say watch the gold mining stocks, especially the gold miner ETFs. Those are on the rise.
Well, gold just moved a little bit. I'm looking at the 1-day chart here. What did gold do? Oh, yeah, gold definitely moved on the 1-day chart. It just ran from right before the CPI. It was at 1823. It's at 1849 now. So it jumped about $25. It's definitely a nice little pop off there on gold per ounce, sitting at about 1849 right now. 1849. Gosh, this is a bad headline. I mean, this is going to be the clickbait of everything for the next 24 hours. I mean, this is going to be printed on every newspaper tomorrow, for those who actually still get the newspaper. And wow, I just okay. Let's dive in one more time, because it just, I'm trying to understand the contents here of what led to this insanity. And it feels weird to say it was just cars. I mean, a lot of things went up, but I wonder what it would have been if cars didn't go up the way they did. That's what blows my mind. Here, used cars and trucks, 10.5%. That was not good. Transportation commodities, 5.6%. That was the big stuff right here. I wish they had a sort feature, honestly. That'd be so cool. Car and truck rentals, 5.2%. Yeah, that was another one. A lot of the car-related things. Of course, you got miscellaneous things here, like CDs, but who cares about this? And what's this? Checking account and other banking services up 13%. Yeah, I don't even understand that, but okay. Let's see here. Cars. Did they have it without? Along with shelter, used cars and trucks and new vehicles. Indices for airline fares and alcoholic beverages declined. Most component indices increased over the month, along with or including shelter, used cars, trucks, new vehicles, medical care, household furnishings and operations, and for recreation. Medical care listed at 0.5%. Transportation, yeah, it's just mostly cars. I do wonder how much it would have been if the car issue hadn't been so large. But this is a big report. Okay, gold's going up a little bit more, 1853 now. Wow. It's so weird how relatively slow that response time frame there is. We will be covering Rivian going public as well today when it does. Okay. All right. Wow. Well, that's I'm a little speechless with how high it came in. It's not good. The indices aren't loving it. Dow futures, it looks like your Dow recovered a little bit, 0.17%. S&P futures, 0.35%. And NASDAQ futures down 0.69%. Let me go to SPY over here. SPY, yeah, SPY somewhat recovering here a little bit. You could see that sell-off right when it occurred. Slight recovery here, about halfway back. Let's look at the individuals again. Tesla. Yeah, you see that same sort of slight recovery here. Tesla at 10.09 right now. Apple saw the first initial drop and a little bit of a recovery here. You've got, looking at the pre-market here more broadly, Poshmark 31%, Purple 30.4%, Upstart 24%. How did Upstart respond? Yeah, here was Upstart. Okay, Upstart also still trying to recover a little bit, but big downtrend. 6.77% on Affirm. That's ouchies. I don't even think there's honestly news on Affirm. I think it's just the Venmo, PayPal stuff. Discussions about potentially people shopping more in stores because they're worried about supply chain issues. Think about that for a moment. People going in store because you're worried about shipping. Wow. All right, individual company news on Affirm. Let's see. Well, after the Australia news, there's no specific Affirm news. There is a Mastercard update, but this is just from Seeking Alpha. Mastercard, what is this? Mastercard is, I can pull it up over here. Let's do it over here. 1 second. Let's see here. Mastercard signs up more partners for its buy now, pay later program. I'd like to see what that is. There we go. This was posted about an hour ago by Seeking Alpha, and I want to see what their evidence of that is. The buy now, pay later space is becoming pretty popular. Buy now, pay later. Okay, here we go. We're in. Mastercard is expanding its buy now, pay later. Do they give any data insight? No, they don't. They literally don't. That's lame. One line. That's all. That's all we get. Let's see if there was a press release. Press release. Newsroom at Mastercard. Because that's a big drop on a firm for what seems like nothing. But then again, it's ran like crazy. It's not a surprise. Oh yeah. Here we go. It's not a surprise that it's selling down a little bit. Okay, Mastercard today announced the further expansion of Mastercard Installments, its unique buy now, pay later program. American Airlines, CSI, Fiserv, and Global Payments Company will work with Mastercard and the already diverse and dynamic array of participants in the program. In Australia, the buy now, pay later players Hum Group and LimePay are embracing the benefits of adopting Mastercard's innovative open loop model. Okay, let's see. Flexible options to customers, including 0%, the pay in 4 model, without onerous merchant integration. Pay in 4 model is so boring, Lynn, but okay. Delivering scale and inclusion, customer protection. Whatever. I don't see anything here that's actually particularly proprietary. Pre-approved installments can be used directly on a merchant's website or be stored in digital wallets through a banking app. Okay. All right. As a brand-first white label payment solution enabler that brings brands closer to customers, LimePay is looking forward to unlocking Mastercard's scale LimePay buy now, pay later service in Australia. Was it Australia? Maybe it wasn't Australia. One of them was Australia. But anyway, LimePay. Where's LimePay? Come on, I'm going to Google that one. LimePay. Yeah, Australia. Okay. Wow. All right, anyway. So that's that. Let's look at some headlines here. They're not expected to be good. So, all right. Inflation in U.S. builds with biggest gain in price since 1990. Whoa, that's crazy. That's 30 years, 31 years. Prices paid by consumers rose from a year earlier by the most since 1990, reflecting broad-based increases and adding to evidence of building inflationary pressures as companies find more success in passing on higher costs. The consumer price index increased 6.2%. Yeah. That's crazy. See, they didn't really give any additional info other than some commentary on the Fed. In China, inflation at the factory level last month increased by the most in 26 years, while consumer prices in Brazil sped up by more than forecast. Excluding the volatile food and energy component, inflation rose 0.6%. And 4.2% from a year earlier. Shelter costs, which are considered to be the most structural component of CPI, make up a third of the index, rose 0.5% in October, the most in 4 months, as higher rents and home prices fed into the data. The cost of hotel stays also increased. Price for new cars rose 1.4% last month, as the global shortage of semiconductors continued to limit inventories. Used car vehicles jumped. I wonder if this is like an annualized rate because, or why is it percent change? Seasonally adjusted since, let's see here. Current 1 month adjusted. See, this shows it much higher. See, let's see. If you go over here to used cars, we see it at 10.5. And that's the percent change category. So that's interesting to me. That's odd why they would list it this way. But anyway, yeah, okay, used cars drove them up. And this can't be year over year. It's been way higher year over year. Huh. Okay. Other than that one part, yeah. Okay, wow. All right. But yeah, U.S. inflation reached a 30-year high. It's going to be headline news on each page. I think this is bad news, by the way, for the Build Back Better infrastructure plan that Joe Biden wants to pass. Because he is fighting people like Joe Manchin who are waiting for more data, like inflation data, to make up his mind, basically, if he wants to support the infrastructure plan. And this sort of CPI report is not going to help motivate somebody like Joe Manchin. It's not going to be good. Okay, let me see what's what we got here. U.S. futures extended losses after data showed the inflation. Okay, we read about the inflation, and futures fell. That's all it says. Okay, well, we see the reaction. Let's go back. Let's go to BTC. BTC now at 68.2. Ethereum well over 4.8 right now. Regularly moves off inflation, but we did expect that Bitcoin would go up after a bad inflation reading. 17% on DoorDash, and Hive's up about 9%. Looks like the crypto miners are moving up here a little bit. I expect them to open pretty well this morning. We'll see. But other than that, I mean, Zillow's sitting at 0.23% up. Not a lot of green. We're mostly going to see red across the board here. Not a good report at all. Over 6%. That was just a whew, what a shocker to the upside. Etsy 1.2%. Pinterest down 1.6%. Poshmark, Purple, Upstart. These guys are just the ones leading everything. I want to see how they open, honestly. Affirm 6.52%. Lucid 5.8%. Nvidia 4%. SoFi 4.2%. AMD 3.38%. Newegg 3%. Matterport 3%. Ugh. And Tesla down 2%, sitting at 10.02 right now. $1,002. Lemonade's down 2% as well. All right, let's listen to Jimmy. What's Jimmy got for us? But that was not a good report.
Cezanne, I'm not kidding. Get this.
Yes.
Cezanne, he was
Did
an
you paint
artist.
something for me? Yeah.
He was
Right.
modernist. He's a modernist.
Yes, I'm aware.
You could say to Cezanne, do you mind?
Impressionist,
Enough
wasn't
with the fruit.
Yeah.
Enough with the fruit. Could you give me a seascape? Okay? You could go to Monet and say, how you doing, fruit? And they understand.
What? Why is it every time we tune in, they have these weird conversations going on?
Yeah.
He said, you know what?
What?
I figured out idiom. And I said, in other words, outlaw Manchurian Candidate, if I said go jump in a lake, hey, jump out of the lake or get out of town, his characters
Will
actually
understand
understand that that's colloquial.
All right.
So, David, what do you want Jensen to program? How about the...
Well, I still have my question. Did he answer it? When
Would you like to speak
When
to-
I'm dead, am I going to still be alive in the metaverse?
We'll work on that. But how
Can you get
about
an answer from me,
how about
please?
the Faber? How about the Nixon Faber interviews?
I don't think Wilfred Frost would be happy about that.
No,
No.
I was
I
thinking
think he's got the copyright.
no, the Nixon Faber interviews. That's the
All right,
Nixon.
Jim,
Frost.
we got so many other names to get
David,
to
but
this
this is
morning.
the most exciting
It is,
morning
and
of
we
the year because of Rivian.
Yes, we're going to follow Rivian. We're also going to get to Upstart, which is
By
having
the
a
way,
bit
can
of
I
a
just
down
say,
start.
Andrews? Can we get some Andrews Sorkin stuff?
Rivian's going to be interesting today. All right, we're 17 minutes away right now from the opener here, from the market open. Ay. Okay, wow. So what else here? Okay, I'm just looking. I'm honestly just back on the CPI website here for a moment. Let's see here. It is just shocking to me how they pulled that off. Such a large headline year over year print. Oh well. It's leading Bitcoin to go up. Look at this. Bitcoin sitting at what are we at now? 68.5, 68.6 now. Crazy. Big old moves to the upside here. All of this right here, just pure inflation fear. And I would really expect almost the opposite to happen if we were rotating down. You know, if we were like deflating. So, yeah. Are we gonna hit 70,000 today after this? That would be interesting. Oh yeah, Neo reported earnings last night. Let me look at Neo really quick. Neo. Let's see here. Okay, Neo comes in with a loss of $129.6 million. Revenue came in at 1.52 billion. They had 24,439 deliveries in the third quarter. They are forecasting 1.46 to 1.57 billion in revenue in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and it fell a little bit. I mean, it looked like it would beat estimates too. Yeah. Oh yeah, revenue came in much higher than expected. So they actually beat. So Neo beat, but obviously everything's down right now with this inflation fear. Somebody says didn't get the chance to see my revenue video. Well, go watch it. Will be plenty of time before the IPO. When's the next time JPOW talks? I want to say our Fed meeting, but let's look here. Central banks. Let me just look at the recent calendar here. Or let's see. Oh, I'd have to log in again. Darn it. Okay, fine. Yeah, I don't believe we're going to see Jerome again until the beginning of December. But let me see. Fed FOMC meeting December 2021. When is this one? Okay. So they have a 2-day meeting December 14th and 15th. That's the next meeting. All right. It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a month. By then we'll know who Joe Biden's going to pick. I wonder if Joe Biden is letting the not transitory, the very present inflation readings right now. I wonder if Joe Biden is how he's incorporating that into his decision to potentially choose somebody else as chairperson of the Fed and not Jay Powell. Wow. Unity is down 7.8%. It's going to be a weird open. Well, it's going to be a red open. We'll see what happens. Wow. Almost at $69,000 on Bitcoin. Oh, it just bounced off of that a little bit, though. Literally looks like it bounced off exactly 69,000. Now red candling. Ay. All right. So let's see here. All right. Let's go back to what do we want to do? Let's go to Financial Times. Let's see what they're saying. Bitcoin hit 69K. Yeah, it immediately bounced off. Oh, thanks for the compliment on the Rivian video. Yeah, watch that if you have not seen that yet. Yeah, I mean, I have an email for the Rivian IPO as well, but I don't really want it. So let me see what deadline they gave. 1.5 hour window. That's short. I thought the deadline was 7 a.m. this morning. Let me see. I'll pull it up again. But basically, if you pre-ordered one of their pickup trucks, they let you get an allocation of like it was up to $10,000. I'll double check right now. Maybe it was 7 a.m. Eastern. Okay. I will find out. 1 second. Let's look at the Rivian. Let's see here. We have 150. All right. 1 second. Okay. Rivian. Action required. Oh, it is Eastern time. Ah, well, that's okay. I didn't really care for it anyway. But yeah, anyway, I think it was you got up to $10,000 worth of shares. That was the max that you could really get as an allocation. Yeah, at $78 a share. But it does let you buy at $78, which is kind of cool because usually these things do jump up substantially after like an IPO because they purposely underprice a little bit. So that's pretty common. Anyway, okay, cool. What about let's see what Fox. Yeah, I'm very curious to see while we've got a few more minutes until the opening here. Oh, okay, that's odd. Oh, there it is. All right, let's see what Fox is saying. Fox Biz. Oh, can't right now because it's loading. Very curious. Yeah, look at that Bitcoin bounce right off of 69,000. Did it hit? Yeah, look, it hit a high of 69,000 even and bounced off Bitcoin here. So definitely some limits set here. Let's listen into Fox Biz for a sec. Doesn't look like we're talking about business. Let's see.
Really way down. I'm talking about stocks now, and in fact the cryptos, they are holding up quite well now.
The cryptos,
there you go, it's on the screen now. 63 points down for the Dow, 90 for the Nasdaq. That's not a huge reaction to the inflation news. Right, Aaron Rodgers, he was on your screen a moment ago. He's now speaking out about his own vaccination controversy. Lauren, what did he say? What's he saying now?
He said, sorry, not sorry. Here you go.
You know, I made some comments that people might have felt were misleading. And, you know, to anybody who felt misled by those comments, I take full responsibility for those comments.
All right. Let's get off vaccine talk.
And that period of time that obviously led to perhaps where we are today.
I read Jeff's book. If you read the book, you think he did a magnificent transformation. He sounds like Biden getting out of Afghanistan.
Jesus. Any thoughts about that?
I'm going to stay away from that one. In some ways, it's sad.
Okay, I'm just shocked. Financial news media is not spending more time actually talking about the details of what was in the inflation report. But okay, they're gonna talk about other things like the vaccine and GE. Well, that's the media for you. All right, we have 8 minutes until the opener here. And let's look at the indices, how things are doing over here. Yikes. This is just bad. Here it is. All right. So look at this. Dow Jones down 0.17, S&P futures down 0.34. It really seems like it's recovered a little bit, which that's good. But the 10-year Treasury yield, I'll tell you, that is one that does surprise me. The 10-year Treasury yield at 1.47%. It's a nice one. It's really so. Let's try to put our heads into that for a moment. Okay, whatever. 10-year Treasury yield not going up that much is a little bit mind-blowing to me, because this was a pretty bad miss on CPI. And you go to the chart here, it's just not moving up. And you had the same thing when I was looking at Bloomberg. So it's not like it's just the CNBC chart. 10-year Treasury isn't really moving up on this. Which, if you had a high inflation report, you'd think that there might be some selling of bonds, which would lower prices, which would increase the yields. But you didn't get that. They're staying low. Yeah, 1.47. Same thing confirmed over here. It's very, very odd to me. The stock market's reacting negatively. Bitcoin is reacting positively. That is expected. That makes sense. But the 10-year treasury yield not moving kind of implies the bond market is seeing through this. That the bond market is basically looking at this saying, hey, it's just it's not that bad. That's almost what it feels like the bond market is saying. Gold shot up. Gold sitting at 1856 right now per ounce. That's up from 1825. So 1856 divided by 1825. That's a movement of about 1.7%. It's a lot for gold. Gold doesn't move as volatilely as let's say Bitcoin, but 1.6, 1.7% move there on gold. Bitcoin, on the other hand, bounced off 69,000 and now is bouncing around 68.3, 68.4. So interesting how much of this was potentially just trader momentum here, people trading the news on CPI. We'll see. We do have the opening bell in about 4 minutes, and relatively similar kind of burning that we've seen over here and some of the stocks. Taking a look at Tesla for a moment. Is it under 1,000 yet? Not quite. It's at 10.05. $1,005. Is bond dip buying a thing? Yeah, I mean, I suppose if prices fell, maybe other people would buy the dip. I don't know. Yeah, I talked about a firm already. You can scroll back and listen to that part. Kevin, I bought my first house. Thank you so much. Oh, well, congratulations. Pembroke Pines, Florida. I used to live in Davie, so that's awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. 5 minutes to start buying the dip. Right. Let's see here. Inflation will normalize after, once these things say, yeah, that's what we keep hearing. Could the 10-year treasuries be a warning for the stock market? I mean, they haven't moved. I don't know how they could be a warning for the stock market. It's just the inflation numbers were horrible. Check out the 2-year. It's moving. 10-year seems to assume demand destruction. Okay. Let's look at the 10-year, the 2-year. Good old 10-2. All right, what do we got? The 2. So the 2-year on the day chart. Yeah, this one had a move. See, this one went from 0.45 right at the time of the report, and it shot up to about 0.49. That's what I would expect in the 10. You could also look at the 5-year. 5-year is a little bit more sensitive to this as well. Let's look at the 5. 5-year chart on the day. Sorry, I know you can't see the chart, but yeah, 5-year chart on the day moved as well from about 1.115 to about 1.14. All right. Okay, so Tesla now down about 1.22%. It does feel like almost the market's slightly recovering after that crazy inflation report. You can see this is the fall we had when we had the inflation report. Here is the jump or sort of the recovery that we've had, but those inflationary numbers were something else. I mean, much higher than expected. We're expecting 5.8%. And if you hop on over here to the headline for CPI, instead of getting 5.8%, we got 6.2% with a month-over-month increase of 0.9. That's terrible. 0.9 times 12. So an annualized rate is 10.8% annualized inflation. That's not good. It's a big old beat. All right. 30 seconds to the opening bell. And yeah, wow. We'll go ahead and pull up Tesla here. We'll watch Tesla on the opening bell. And we'll listen to the opening bell as well, and we'll come back to Tesla. We'll see how it did. We'll see if it's going to be a big institution sell down or buy the dip is going to keep it up. Let's see.
Jim, we got the opening bell here, of course. And
I think this is going to be like 80 to 90% red. Let's see. Gary Roberts says, took profits when you suggested and waiting for a big dip. You were spot on. Thank you.
Here at the big board, CINT, an outsourced IT services provider. That's an IPO. And then you can see it's Rivian, electric vehicle maker, of course, celebrating its IPO, ringing the bell from its manufacturing facility in
All right.
Illinois.
That's cool. Look at that. They have a factory, folks. There's a Rivian factory. It's real. Looks kind of cool, actually. That's a great shot. Look at that. Holy smokes. Great shot. Okay, they didn't show the S&P heat map like they usually do, but I'll go back in the event that they do show it because usually they do. So Tesla here at the open, sitting at 1,009, sitting relatively flat within this first minute of trading here. All right, let's see here. Poshmark, how is it doing? So it's starting to trend down. Oh, Weeble's going to be funny. There we go. Percent change. There we go. Poshmark down 32%. SOS Limited down 29.6%. Purple 24%. Upstart 22.6%. Upstart recovering. Look at that. Upstart's recovering. Coinbase is recovering. Oh my gosh, look at Affirm. It's down 10%. Whoa. Deleted. On like virtually no news. 21% on Upstart. It's a lot of momentum has gone into Affirm. So it's honestly not a surprise it sells down. I kind of hope it goes down like 110, something like that. Could you imagine it breaks 100 again? Just be a nice buy the dip opportunity. Coinbase 7.12% to the upside here. I'm sorry, to the downside, 7% to the downside, but it is moving up right now on the open. Nvidia down 5.38% and it's falling. Trade Desk had a great day yesterday, but now down 4.79%, rising slightly. Enphase down 4.54%, trying to move up. Metamaterial 3.85%. Lucid 3.85%. SunPower 3.14%. DoorDash is giving up its gain. Oh, yeah, look at that. DoorDash is just giving up its gains right now. Tesla. Oh, yeah. Tesla is under 1,000 now. It's at 993. Ooh, the market's going red. The excitement is gone thanks to this good old inflationary drama. Big drama. Roblox down 6 point whatever. Or actually, yeah, Roblox down now 8%. Roblox falling hard. Yikes. Now it's just ugly. Tesla falls below $1 trillion market cap. It's no longer a $1 trillion company. I made a video on Rivian. I encourage you to watch that. For the person asking about if I'm buying Rivian. Bitcoin, interestingly, kind of fizzling a little bit after hitting 69,000. But again, could just be traders rotating out. I do expect, oh yeah. The miners are obviously up 2%, 3%. NEO's up 2.66% on their beat. So that's good. XPeng 0.86%. Miscellaneous gains here, but really Neo up a couple percent, miners are up, and Bitcoin's up. Otherwise, almost everything is just down. Netflix is down a third of a percent, which is not a big a deal of a move. 2/3 of a percent on Google. DWAC still hanging out. But the big decliners are really where all the attention is right now. That and Tesla, and kind of watching where this market evolves. Yeah, look at that. Tesla now down 2.6%. Go to SPY, SPY right here. Yeah, starting to rotate down a little bit more, so not great for the indices. Let's go back to the indices here. Dow's only down 0.07 though. NASDAQ, though, getting killed here, down 1%. S&P 500 down 0.39%. Let's listen in here to Crames.
It's by 60 million. But what if this, you want fraudulent? It's this whole notion of estimates. And, I mean, we get, how much did you beat the estimates by?
No, yeah, okay. Well, the analyst estimate stuff, yeah, whatever. I thought they were going to talk about maybe inflation. Imagine that. With how high that report came in. Goodness gracious. Let's see here. EXPI is skydiving. Let's see if that's true. Let's see here. Oh, the SPY's turning, rotating up again. Let's look at EXPI. EXPI, it's down 3.5%. Yeah, that's not that much. Yeah, I don't know enough about Upstart to recommend buying Upstart. And I can't really recommend you buy anything because I'm not your financial advisor. But I love potential opportunities to get in on NVIDIA. And look at it, it's actually turning green now. So now you're getting the sort of buy the dip troop coming out here. And same thing on a firm. Gosh, it fell to 139 for a second there. Wow. Lucid. Down 5.5%. Oh, there we go. Tesla trying to recover. Yeah. Why was the reading worse in October when inflation? Why was October a worse dip when inflation readings are worse now? Well, there were more uncertainties in the market left over before the rally really began. Right, the first like 10 days of October weren't that great. You still had lingering kind of side effects of drama from September. But wow, NEO's up 3%. So at least there's some green in the market. See, it looks like the market's definitely trying to recover at least. SPY's going green. Tesla. Oh, whoa. Look at that, folks. Tesla was down about 3%. Now it's flat. It's going green. People are buying the dip like crazy. Oh, wow. This is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What a U-turn. How's NVIDIA? NVIDIA also recovering. It's still down about 3.4% here, but it's definitely recovering. Robinhood's going down and not recovering. Looking at the big losers, SOS 29%, Poshmark 28%, Purple 24%, Upstart's only 17%. It's being bought up. Look at that. It says the buy the dip. Wow. What is this? LMND. Lemonade is green. This is so weird. I feel like I'm in a simulation and somebody's just screwing with me today. Like, what? Now things are going green again? This is so weird. And Sheeb's at 51. I don't get it. I don't get a few things. First of all, I don't understand how the CPI report came in at 6.2%. That's insane. I don't understand why the 10-year Treasury yield is not skyrocketing. I mean, it barely moved. I am shocked by that. It's always moved on a CPI read. Apparently not now. And now you have this sort of larger dip in the stock market that's being bought up by all the buy the dippers. How dare they? But that shows resilience to this rally. That's actually a good thing, because we want the end of the year rally and mostly to continue, with the exception of opportunities to buy the dip, which I suppose that's some of what we're seeing in some of the declines here. I mean, 10% on Coinbase, Hyliion, Toast down 13.5%. Firm's recovering. It's still down, but it's definitely recovering. Trending back up. Let's go Tesla. Tesla's green now. 0.15%. Wow. Let's go to Google. Google's getting worse. So I guess it's more stock specific. Cloudflare's back over 200. Sunrun's moving up. PayPal is still a mixed disaster. Matterport was down like 3%. Now it's only down like 0.8. Yeah, look, I get it. I saw your comment the last time about the demand destruction. Once things catch up, I get it. But what I'm saying is, every prior CPI report, every single time I've covered the CPI this year, the 10-year has moved substantially on CPI day, and it just didn't today. That's different, and I like to pay attention to differences in the market. I'm not going to listen to one comment and then go, oh, that's it. Okay. All right. It's normal that it didn't move. It's not normal. The 10-year always moves when the CPI comes out. And today we have a big beat, and which is bad. Sometimes beat implies good, and it doesn't move. Weird. Just weird. All right. Well, that is just the bizarreness of this market. Okay. Affirm's back down. Firm's back down to that 10.5%. Sheep sitting at 51. Newegg's down 6.65. 23andMe 4.69. Robinhood down 4%. AMD, I think there's a little potential opportunity on the chip makers falling a little bit. EXPI 3%. Nvidia, though, recovering. It's only down about 2.5% compared to where it was. Roku down 2.25%. AMC down 2%. Hippo, Owlet, a couple percent to the downside. Redfin's almost a couple percent. So is SoFi. And then the upside, crypto miners, DoorDash, and Neo. Neo and Arrival doing very well right now. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement about Rivian. Which reminds me, we got to add it to the watch list here. So usually these companies go public around 10 or 11 California time. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go to the SPY. SPY. SPY's rotating up again. It's still down a little bit, about a 0.25%. Okay, let's go look at headlines for a moment. What a bizarre day. It just feels like the Elon Musk simulation again. Ay. All right. So all right. Let's go to Bloomberg here. So let's see here. Yellen says the Federal Reserve wouldn't allow a repeat of 1970s level inflation. We've got China stocks pair drop as drug makers, developers bounce back. Oh, that's kind of similar to what we're seeing in the U.S. market. The somewhat of a little bounce back. Zillow agrees to sell 2,000 homes as flipping business ends. Well, that's old news. What has anything changed here? Because we already knew they were going to dump a few thousand homes. Recently, getting into New York-based investment firm Pretium Partners will purchase the homes. Okay. Pretium owns more than 70,000 rental homes in the U.S., making it the second largest single-family landlord behind Invitation Homes. I gotta beat both of them. That's it. We gotta figure out how we can become the largest owner of single-family homes. not these companies, because they suck. The company plans to take write-downs on as much as 569 million, reducing its workforce by 25%. Yeah, we've covered that pretty thoroughly, but that's interesting. I do wonder what kind of discount they're taking, or pre-team is getting these for. Yeah, shocked that they wouldn't see through just selling them individually, but okay. Publicly traded wedge deal REIT. Yeah. All right. Wow. Just a crazy, just a bad CPI report. Just bad. Much higher than expected. And it's definitely leading some stocks to sell off very well here. I mean, some stocks are obviously down still from yesterday's earnings report. And there are other little news items like Mastercard expanding buy now, pay later, and competition really entering the space for a firm, which we've talked many times about the moat for a firm, but a lot of people don't really believe it. And if that's what people believe, well, that's how the stock market can sometimes move. Yeah. All right. Pretty red, though. I think good little opportunities on various different companies here. ChargePoint still at $25, though. Some of that, and this is potentially why I might be not necessarily jumping up and down about like trying to buy a dip, because some of the numbers are still relatively elevated. Tattooed Chef's down almost 4.5% here, but see that one's in the 16 range. That one's more historically low, but a firm at 140 is still very expensive compared to where it has been. So looking at sort of the relative pricing, PayPal is the one that feels cheap. $207. That's the one that feels cheap. PayPal was also red this morning, so we're getting a little bit of green recovery here. Let's look at Tesla one more time. Whoa, folks! Oh my gosh! It's a simulation. It doesn't make sense. Tesla fell to like, what was it, 9? Yeah, I was going to say 988. 987 is what it says here. It was down like 3%. Now it's up 3%. What? Oh my gosh. Peloton up a couple percent. Neo up 1.3%. PayPal's up 1% at 207. Square's up 0.25%. This is ridiculous. What a ridiculous market we're in. It's so crazy. Meanwhile, the 5-year Treasury yield continues to bounce. It's really moving up quite a bit right now on my screen, or the other screen that I have here. I'm gonna go back. Oh, there we go. Now the 10-year is moving. Finally, 1.49. It's gonna break over 1.5 soon. Now it's moving. That was the craziest delayed reaction ever. Wow. Ay. Somebody donated $50. Oh my gosh, $50. Just finished watching the Millennial Money podcast. Curious if you can expand a bit on the crypto discussion. It sounds like you don't put a lot of stock in the theory that we're close to entering a multi-year bear market. Yeah, I don't know. People keep talking about the crypto winter thing. I think crypto is going to do very well over the next certainly 6 months, especially if these CPI reports keep coming in like this. I think crypto is going to do extremely well. I think crypto is going to enter into more of a bear market once we finally rotate towards a deflationary environment, when our markets get extremely efficient, when supply chains are efficient, when companies are efficient, when our efficiencies perfect. But that's going to be a while. So between now and then, I think crypto will do very well. Ay. Thanks for the $50. Is the crypto rally really worth $3 trillion? Okay, that's just an opinion article. Lordstown's auto industry is coming back. Jobs, not so much. Ouch. All right. The biggest headline today is going to be inflation. That is going to be something that's just being talked about around probably the world, honestly. It's crazy. Oh, and the Rivian IPO, because IPOs are fun. But wow, jeez. Tesla, can't believe it's at about 3% right now. The buy the dipping is in full effect. 68.4 on Bitcoin. Nice move to the upside. United Wholesale Mortgage, yeah. Square, PayPal, these guys 1%. I'm shocked on things recovering right now. Let's look at the SPY. Let's look at the indices again. Yeah, it's only down 0.22% now. So it's definitely recovered. Yeah, these indices are not down as much as they were down earlier. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. It's very, very, very odd. Have you ever seen anything worse than the Robinhood chart? Oh, yeah, there are definitely worse ones than the Robinhood chart. Robinhood's been pretty bad. The SOS offering isn't the worst thing in the world. Oh, SOS did an offering. That's why they're falling. That makes sense. Yeah, because they came out of nowhere with a fall. Somebody writes, Hood, yikes. What's it doing? Kathy Wood's been buying it like crazy. Oh, okay, another 3.4% here. DocuSign down 2.2%. EXPI 377. You think Hood is bad? Look at Outlet. Yeah, there's some companies that have just gotten murked. Yeah, that happens. Lucid's down 4.31% still as Tesla's all of a sudden moving. Crazy. All right. Okay, well, I'm going to hop on over to the course member live stream in a few minutes, and let's do that. I will, well, first of all, thank you so much for being here. This was pretty wild. The CPI numbers were not great. I'm going to go through them again right now because I'm still having trouble. And thanks for being here. Always appreciate hanging out with you and getting news when this sort of thing happens, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.